guitar lovers, Korey Hicks here, and today we're going to be talking about natural relicing and use of our guitars. So if you got an old guitar that's been with you for many years and it's well loved, and you have lots of relicing on it just from normal playware, we'd love to hear about it. Put it in the comments below. Tell us what year, make, and model this guitar is, how long you've had it, and what it looks like today. The 2004 Fender Custom Shop NOS Nocaster that was on the thumbnail I had with me from 2004 when I got back home from going to school at Berklee College of Music until 2017. So you can see kind of this play wear on this instrument over the course of the years. So 2004 all the way to 2017. And that was my main guitar for a really long time. That was a new old stock when I bought it, not a closet classic, not a relic. And so all of that wear is just from playing gigs. And in 2017, I did actually eventually sell it, and I got this, which was my main guitar for a couple of years. And this was a new old stock 2017 59 reissue Stratocaster. So this was an American vintage one, not a custom shop. But you can see the natural wear that happens to these nitrocellulose finishes over the years. In fact, that right there, that's from Pearl Snaps playing country gigs and stuff like that. So it's just one of those things where I think if you like relic guitars, more power to you. I worked at the Guitar Sanctuary for 10 years as a teacher, and we had a lot of relic guitars in there, and it's just one of those things, if you know you're not going to put in the hours to beat up a guitar yourself, but you really like that worn-in feel, it's just so great. I like the idea of like our heroes, what they experienced, like going back to 1959 and buying a brand new Strat off the rack and having it kind of grow with you over the years. One of my favorite guitar players is Rory Gallagher. I played a little bit of Bad Penny in the intro there, and of course he bought his Stratocaster. It was the first one in Ireland. He bought his, it was a 61 Stratocaster, and he played that thing pretty much until his death. That was his main guitar that he played on almost every gig. And you can see that guitar wear and age over the years, and it's just such a wonderful thing. You know, Stevie Ray Vaughan had another Strat that did that too, although he actually got a Stratocaster that Christopher Cross had before. So that's kind of a fun story if you look that up. But why do we like this so much? I think it's having similar experiences to our heroes, getting to grow and know an instrument, and then like kind of having all the different, dings and wear, just kind of having it kind of grow with you, and it just kind of has a personality of its own. This guitar, this is its first refret I got a couple of years ago. It went from a 7¼ inch radius, and I brought it to a 9½ inch radius. That Telecaster I was talking about earlier, that guitar went through 3 refrets. So I played that guitar on 4 or 5 gigs a week, every single week, and I used that on all of my lessons that I taught. So we're talking like 40 to 70 students a week sometimes in that period between like 2006 and 2013 when I was just teaching a lot full-time of private lessons. So how long does it take if your guitar is going to kind of look vintage? Well, I started noticing a little bit of wear on my Strat within probably a year or so. And these finishes, this is called the thin skin finish. And really, if you take a look on the back, I actually put my name in this guitar, and I just used a dull pocket knife. So, I mean, it doesn't take that long. I mean, I always tell students, like, I could take my fingernail and scratch the paint off if I really wanted to. So the nitrocellulose finishes, they do wear pretty quickly. If you play the guitar every single day for a couple of years, it will start wearing off for sure. And you will definitely start, wearing out the frets and everything like that. So it doesn't take too long. Now, there are polyurethane finishes, which are the Mexican Fenders, the American Fenders, the American Standards, the American Professionals, those are polyurethane. Those take a really long time to wear in. I think Fender started using those in the late 60s, probably 66, 67, 68. But there are examples of famous players who have completely worn out their poly guitars. One of them would be Walter Trout. Walter Trout has a 1973 hardtail Stratocaster, and I'll put a picture up right now, and you can kind of see just how much wear that thing has gotten over the years just playing it. So they will wear out. Another one is going to be Tab Benoit, and he has a 72 Telecaster thin line that he bought. It was used when he got it, but he put most of the road miles on that thing. And so even if you have a poly guitar, enough time on that thing will make it relic naturally. So I just think that, if you're going to own a guitar for a really long time, I think that that's a really cool thing, you know, because it, like I said, it kind of grows with you. You know, and so I encourage a lot of you, you know, if you're buying and trading guitars, hold on to your number one. Don't sell it. Let it grow with you. Maybe you're looking for a Relic guitar right now. Maybe get the new old stock version. You might be saving a little bit of money because the labor is a little bit less. And maybe start putting together this little fantasy of you growing with this guitar over the next 10, 15 years. And what will it look like when you've been playing it for a decade or so? And so I just think that that's just such a wonderful thing. Other things that happen with guitars, if you play them a lot, they start to realize that they're not a tree, they're a guitar. So this one, I actually haven't played this Strat in probably a month or so. Pulled it out of the case, strung it up. It doesn't need any adjustment even with the weather changes. I mean, it's just, you know, kind of rock solid as far as guitars go. I noticed with newer guitars, like I have a new SG, you know, you have to kind of mess with them a little bit for a while until the guitar starts kind of becoming solid in its setup and that type of thing as well. So anyway, yeah, post in the comments, what do you guys have? I'd be interested if you guys have some old guitars that you've been playing for many, many years. And what is it about that particular instrument that keeps you coming back? So, all right, Relic guitars, excellent. Tell me your stories. This one is pretty good. All right, we'll see you next time. Peace. Hey, I also wanted to let everyone know that I'm going to be doing a brand new series in the start of the year. It's going to be the guitar in a year from beginner to intermediate. And so what this is going to be is 52 lessons, one a week, and we're going to go from the very beginning of guitar learning process, from how to hold the guitar, how to tune the guitar, how to hold the pick. And by the end of the year, it is my hope that I'm going to be able to get a lot of you who are beginners to a point where you can even join a band. So be looking for that in the new year. So this is going to be the guitar in a year, the beginner course. Also, if you are looking for more content for advanced music theory, applied theory for the guitar, scales, chords, triads, mode knowledge, drop twos, inversions, transcriptions, you can go over to my Patreon, and that information is in the description below right here. And if this content is helpful for you, if you dig the channel, give us a like and a subscribe, tell your friends. I'd really appreciate it.